just putting on something cute.
Yeah.
That's our self-care.
Yeah.
That's us taking care of ourselves and showing up for ourselves.
Yeah.
And those little things can make a difference.
Absolutely.
I remember several times when I was in that new mommy phase, I would pass by the mirror and be like, oh, wow. Because my hair was all like, I was just, but there were moments where I was like, you know what, let me take care of me. And I think it's easy to get lost because you're taking care of these little people.
Yes.
You're taking care of home. You're taking care, and then you realize, I'm not taking care of me.
Yeah.
And so out of that self-care flows so many blessings.
Absolutely.
So many blessings.
So
Hey, welcome to another episode of Girls Night In. I'm your host, Giana Snell, and I'm so excited to be with you. This is a space where real women with real faith come together to talk about real life. This is a place where we can come together and talk about the beautiful, the messy, the confusing, but it's all covered by God's grace. And I'm so excited to have this conversation with my girls. So I'm going to start over here with Chantel Wides. She's from Huntsville, Alabama. She's the co-owner of Aspire Counseling. She's a mom of 3 and a wife. I'm so glad to have you here with me, girl.
Yes, hey.
And then we have Brandy Wright. She's originally from California, but she lives here in Huntsville, Alabama. She's a stay-at-home mom of 3 and a wife. So glad to have you, girl. You look beautiful. And then on my right, I have Yen Andrews from Madison, Alabama. She is a medical practice administrator, a wife to an amazing man, her words. Give your props to your man, and a mother of 3 boys. I'm so glad to have you back this season.
It's good to be here.
And I also have Jessica Dudley to my right. She is a broker serving Huntsville and surrounding areas. Wink, wink. She's from New Orleans, Louisiana, originally, representing the 504. Okay. But she lives here in Huntsville, Alabama. She's a wife and a mom of 3. So I'm so excited to have my girls with me tonight. And we're going to be talking about a kind of a spicy topic. And so if your girls or your daughter, your son are in the room, you might want to tell them to go play the game or put on a little movie for them. If you're listening to this out loud in the car, you might want to put on your headphones because we want to have a really real conversation about keeping the bedroom hot in different seasons of motherhood. And so this is one of those topics where we feel like it's important for us to talk about because as moms, there are so many things that we're doing, that we're weighed down by, that we're challenged by. But it's important that we keep that bedroom hot. And it's not just on us, but what can we as wives do? And so we're going to jump right into this conversation. The first thing I want to know is what season of motherhood are you in? So let's just start over here to my left. Chantel, what season are you in of motherhood?
Okay, so I would say that I am in a very intentional season of motherhood. I have 2 daughters, an 11-year-old and a 6-year-old. And with me being a homeschool mom, like I'm with them 24/7.
Wow.
So I feel like everybody needs me for everything.
Yeah.
But I'm in a space where it gives me a chance to kind of shape their hearts.
Yeah.
And it kind of gives me a front row seat into who they're becoming. So it's rewarding.
Yes, absolutely. You would not regret this time that you're spending.
Yes.
All right,
Absolutely.
Brandy, what season are you in?
I am in a healing and postpartum season right now. So just trying to rediscover, me as a mom of 3. Wow. And the ages are...
A mom of 3.
Oh, thank you. You looking...
Wait a minute. Can you just give it up for a second?
Okay. And their ages are very wide. I have a 13-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 2-month-old. Wow. So just rediscovering myself as a mom, especially, I'm still young. I'm only in my early 30s. Okay.
Yes.
that's where I am right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We got different seasons represented. Jessica, what season are you in?
Ooh, I am in the teenage season.
Okay.
My God. So I have 12, 13, 14. Actually, no, I have 15,
yeah.
14, and 12.
Yes.
He'll be 13 soon. And so, therefore, all of the after school activities, it's like we're all going in so many different directions. Yeah. So, definitely, I would have to agree with Chantel. I have to be intentional about the intimacy during this time.
Okay. Yen, what season are you in?
I'm in a fun season. I would say it's fun for a lot of reasons, but I have 3 boys, and 2 of them are adults. They're in college, and so watching your relationship change with adult children is rewarding. And then I have a junior in high school, and so the season is holding your breath, hoping that you've poured enough into these young men, but also finding the joy of they're independent. You know, we're not running around after them as much, and so it's a fun season. It's a season of being free to figure out who I am and who my husband is again.
All right.
But also just the rewards of seeing all the work that you've done sort of come alive.
Love that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you all, has your view of intimacy changed at all since becoming a mom? Like, did you view it differently before you had children and now it's kind of shifted? Is that true for any of you?
It's shifting.
It's shifting.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like in every season it shifts.
Yeah.
I didn't, I think it depends on how you grew up. I think what picture was painted for you in terms of intimacy. I came from a blank slate. I didn't have that. And so I got to experience it as it was happening. And at times it was like, oh, wow. And then at times it was like, what? And so, yeah, I think it's definitely transitioned over the years, and I expect it to continue transitioning.
That's good. So it doesn't just shift once, like we have no children now I'm a mom.
Yeah.
It continues
It
to
continues.
shift and evolve as your children are in
continues.
different phases of
Yeah.
their maturity. All right. Does any of you?
Yes, I have something to say.
Okay.
I got something. Because I feel like my intimacy has shifted in a ways like when we were first dating and first married, we're like bunny rabbits, we all into each other.
Right.
But now having kids, it's more of a mental thing for me. Like it's my mind first and then it
That's
dwindles
good.
down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
Right.
and even like having a newborn, it's not the same as it was 2 months ago.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
shifted just that quickly.
Yeah.
I'm still healing. A lot of stuff is still going on. And I'm just happy I have a patient husband because,
Yes.
they say 6 weeks, you're ready. 6 weeks, you're not ready.
not.
That's a lot.
You're not.
Okay,
Yes.
don't believe them.
Talk about it.
So, yeah.
Yeah. No, there's so many different shifts that happen, and we have to be prepared to kind of be ready for all the different shifts
Right.
that happen.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad you mentioned the mental because, I think when we first hear about intimacy and when we're coming into, marriage and everything, it's like, I think more physical, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as we are carrying more as women, like if this part isn't clear,
Yeah.
it's hard for everything else to come into alignment.
Correct.
And there's a lot of mental overload, which we're going to come back to that. So I'm glad you mentioned that. Why do you all think it's important to be intentional in keeping the bedroom hot as mothers, as wives?
I mean, you want to keep, your husband happy, and I think that we can definitely kind of lose ourselves a little bit,
Yeah.
and I try to not put intimacy or time with my husband on my to-do list because then I look at it as a task.
Wow.
And if I look at it as a task, then I'm not fully connected because I'm just trying to get it done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that we have to be intentional about just kind of keeping that flame going because I don't want him to just be another item on my to-do list. I want to really be able to pour into him and give him the attention and, and the love and the care that he needs.
Absolutely.
That's good.
That is good.
I have heard a lot of people talking online where they're talking about, men or husbands don't prefer like this half-hearted sexual encounter where it's just like, all right, let me know when you're done type of thing.
Right.
Like they're looking for that engaged, excited partner. How do you manage that though? Because we are tired. There's moments we don't feel sexy. There's times where we're like, oh God, I was just looking forward to go to bed.
Right.
I don't really think it depends on the man because I don't feel like my husband, anything can turn him off from not wanting to do what he needs to do. And I know, I remember one time, we were getting in bed, I should say, and I was very tired. And he has a term that he used like, "Hey, babe, can I get with you?" And I was like huffing and puffing, and I was literally saying how I felt, and it just hit me. I was like, man, that could definitely be a mood killer. I ended up apologizing. I was like, I'm so sorry, and I was like, do you still want? He was like, oh yeah. So I don't know. I guess it depends on the man.
It depends on the man. This is true.
But I think communication.
Yeah.
You have to communicate. A lot of conversations around no more sleepy sex.
Yeah.
Right.
And I understood where that was coming from, but the conversation had to happen that, well, if we're in this season where I'm going to have to wake up in the next hour because the baby needs to be fed or, whatever else, at times I might have to be sleepy. And it doesn't mean that I don't desire you, like that communicating. It's just this kind of season that we're in. But we're going to make it fun for this. We still can. But I think it's so important that we just communicate where we are. And, we can't have two sleepy sex events back to back. We can't do that. So set some boundaries around it. I think help in just getting us through those seasons.
That's good.
For us, I know we had to change the time. Like nighttime is sexy and everybody's like, yeah, I want to do it at night. But honestly, we had to kind of figure out what is the best time to really come together so that both of us can enjoy it and be intentional and not just there, and so like afternoons, like when the kids are at school, honey, we entrepreneurs out here, so lunchtime might be a little bit more than lunch. But I found that like you're awake and you're alert and you're engaged and you want, you're just excited. And it's not like the end of the day, like another task to be done. So changing the time has really spiced things up for us. And the kids aren't there, so be free.
That is good. I really love that because we have to not just look at the novels and things you see on the movies like it has to be at night, it has to be in candlelight. Listen, sometimes you got to get in and wear your fitting.
It gotta be daytime.
And it's not always this whole romantic encounter. It's just like, hey, we're both home. You know what? Let's make a connection. And so that's important. And as far as communicating, because we've been talking about a lot about communication, because I feel like sometimes, and let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think sometimes women can bring up conversations before sex? And like these heavy conversations, like is there a timing for how we have the conversations that we need to have? Because if there's something that needs to be communicated, and we're saying this does need to be something we're talking about, and sometimes that invitation may not always come at the ideal time, and we need to, have a talk and say, hey, what can we do differently?
Yeah.
Is there a timing, or how have you all learned when is the best time to have that conversation? What are the phrases? How do you approach that conversation? We need to set some women free.
Okay, so that was something that was really hard for me. For a lot of different reasons. But I started out, and it just kind of happened. It wasn't a plan. In the dark, after sex. A lot of good conversations take place. I mean, I feel as though, first of all, it's dark, so
You can't see
we're
how
not
our
looking
faces
at
really
fans.
look.
Right. But that was a good place for us to start.
I like that.
And it's amazing the things that you learn of, our husbands, strong men. We forget that they also have a burden during parenthood
Yeah.
that they're carrying. It's just not us. And so
That's
those type of things came out. But also allowing him to be vulnerable about how he processes and not tonight.
Yeah.
Or, like we just talked about, like the sleepy sex part. Like just, and the skin is really thin. The way that it's processed in terms of rejection, I was floored.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so once I learned that, when I'm like, oh, not now or not today or whatnot, the rejection that was internalized. And so even for him, I can only speak to him, there would be a disconnect. He knew it in his head what was happening, but the way that he felt, I was hurting him. I was rejecting him. And so through those kind of having those tough conversations in the dark, then we grew into, on date night, marriage retreats are amazing to have those kind of conversation. Find a good Christian-based marriage retreat focused around intimacy. And it kind of gives you that open door to have those conversations.
That's really
I
good.
agree with
That is
that.
good.
Jamel Hill has this quote that says, "Overwhelm is an intimacy killer." And she was actually talking about it in the context of going on a trip with your spouse and how amazing those encounters can be when you're away from all the pressure, away from your children, away from the phone and the computer, and how those connections can be really, really helpful. And so she was just talking about the need to escape the overwhelm. How have you all managed as moms who are juggling your children? You are business owners, you're doing your thing. Like, how do you manage the overwhelm and still manage to keep this part of your marriage as a priority?
I'll take a shot at that one. So Troy and I, we have this understanding that my libido builder is him helping. Dude, if you want to build it,
Amen.
help me out. So he real sexy when he washing them dishes. Or just a simple, just him being able to assess the room and see, hey, I see you have a lot on your plate. Can I help with something? You want me to take the kids to choir or whatever the case may be? Just him offering to do that, I'm like, when you get home, So we do have that understanding. He understands that I am overwhelmed a lot, and I have to admit that I do juggle a lot. However, when he pitches in to help, that just kind of sets the tone for us and the mood for us, and he already know what's about to happen. So I told him, I was like, I'm giving you the cheat code. Like, come on, you have the cheat code, dude. Work
good.
the system.
That's so good.
That's good.
Yeah. Jess, how do you manage with any exhaustion, overwhelm, to keep that balance?
So communication, definitely having the conversation, but I've learned also that having the conversation at the right time is really key. So maybe not when I'm already overwhelmed to start like, well, if you did da-da-da-da-da-da, then I wouldn't da-da-da, So no, so what I've kind of learned to do is, especially if I know that he's looking forward to it or we've talked about it or something like that, I literally have to go in my prayer closet and I have to go pray.
pray it.
And I'm like, God, now I don't feel like it. I'm tired. I'm overwhelmed. All the things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but God, I want to be a blessing to my man. And I mean, and at the reality, if I'm really honest, I enjoy it too.
Right.
But it's just getting, like, you literally just have to ask God for the strength, for the desire, even sometimes, because sometimes if I'm honest, the desire is not there. But it's not because I'm not attracted to my husband. It's just that you're overwhelmed. You got all the things going on. So getting in the prayer closet, I'm talking to the Lord. I'm asking for that extraordinary strength. And then also sometimes letting my husband know that maybe we need to have a different type of sex tonight. Have a little help, you know. And so so I mean that might be you know, that might be lubrication, that might be you know, a little massage, that might be maybe even, you know, some additional outside toys that we use together to help, you know, because honestly, listen, the season that I'm in is also the menopausal season too. So with that, you lose desire, you lose feeling, all the things. Like it's a lot going on. So sometimes you do have to bring in some additional tools to kind of help. And honestly, it has been the most amazing thing ever.
That's good. Brandy, I know you're in the newborn and then you have some older children, but I'm thinking back to my newborn mom years, and I just remember the sleep deprivation and just feeling exhausted, like literally exhausted to where I couldn't think.
Yes.
How do you manage?
I think literally I can what I want to say, agree with Chantel. When my husband step up and do something, that is the sexiest thing he could do. Okay, and that honestly, like I said, it's a mind thing. That gets me going. It's like, okay, you taking care of the kids, you washing the dishes, you
Right.
creating a whole meal plan for me.
Right.
I got you. So I feel like just living that, I guess, that soft life where he's just covering me and protecting me. It's like, I got a good one, you know?
Right.
And that frees me up. And also taking trips. I'm quick to say I need some air. I need some sand.
Yes.
I need to go on a hike or something. And he'll be like, all right, we'll pack up and we will literally go somewhere just to get that. Just the hustle and bustle of life. I just do not like the hustle and bustle of going.
Right.
So just to be able to escape, that really helps as well.
You know, I would agree with that. That's definitely been something that has helped us because business owner, ministry, all the things, mom, it's a lot. And so that's been one thing for us too, is taking trips. And just something about being in a different place, change of scenery. It just gives you that release of just feeling like I'm not mentally overwhelmed. So I can actually relax and we can connect. So that's always good.
If I can just add one thing too, that helped me is understanding what sex and intimacy is.
Come on
So learning for my husband that it's his actual form of communication. It's the way that he draws himself closer to me, right? So it's his expression of love is through that, right? And so I think there's a lot out in the world that teaches us something different about what intimacy is. And so combating that and understanding that he's wanting to engage to communicate his love. It's not just the sex.
Yeah.
You know, like we can make it fun, we can do that, but it's literally how he draws himself closer. Where for us, it might be, for some of us, it might be a little different. We use our words and we use the cuddling, and not to say that that's not how we communicate, that's not how he would communicate, but understanding how important intimacy is to him sort of makes us shift our priorities. So it's not a I don't feel like it. Like, how do I say to my husband, I don't want to hear you tell me you love me, is basically what. So when I learned that, I was like, oh no, I need to hear that he loves me. I need to hear that he adores me and he finds me attractive. And if that's his form of communication, I'm down. Like, okay.
I'm so glad you said that, Yen, because I do believe that as women, we need to understand how deep
It runs
this
deep.
is,
Yeah, it is.
for men.
It is. It is.
And I like that you said that it can be a thin skin thing, and it's read differently when it's like, not tonight, you know. When I first got married, you know, you see these TV shows, you hear these songs, and it was just kind of like, not tonight. And so I remember one time I had some girlfriends visiting, and we made up a whole song called Not Tonight. Not tonight. Let's do it in the morning. Like, I'm tired. Like, we made a whole song. And now I look back on it and I'm like, nah. It's not you figure that out or I'm not doing this. It's God help me to be in the space so that I can show love to my husband, so that I can be present, so that I can help in this area. Because like you said, we can't have it coming back to us where he's half-heartedly helping with the baby or half-heartedly throwing some flowers at us. Like, that would not go well. And so sometimes, though, I think we feel like it's okay to just half-heartedly show up in this space. Now, again, there are times where it's like, hey, this is going to be a sleepy night.
Yeah.
We're all tired. We're all exhausted. A quickie, those type of things. But that consistent pattern where it's like, I'm not prioritizing this. I'm not showing up as my best self in this space. And he just has to deal with it. I think that we have to get in that prayer closet. And that's been a definite cheat code for me. Because the enemy attacks this area. He doesn't want us to connect. He does not want us to have a strong, intimate life. And so the enemy will literally bring in resentment when it's time for us to connect. And we be thinking back like, hold on. He didn't help me with the, you know what? No, that's the enemy. And we have to call it out. But we got to fight on a spiritual plane. And that's why that prayer closet is so important. To say, Lord, I'm feeling some things, and I know that we're gonna have that talk after dark, after. But Lord, get me into a good space, or if I am overwhelmed, Lord, I am tired. So there are some things that have helped me where I'll start doing my skincare routine, and I'll start to feel good, and I'll be glowing. Sometimes it's take a bath, take a shower, get the oils out. You know what I mean?
Listen, ladies, I hope that you listened to Giana when she said to make sure that appropriate ears were in the room. This conversation is hot, but it is also helpful. It's very important for ladies to know how to keep it hot in the bedroom, even in different seasons of life. We are so excited you have joined us for Girls Night In right here at the Weekend Exhale with BOL. Make sure you join us next week for another incredible show for the Weekend Exhale with BOL. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. But right now, I want to get back to this conversation.
What are some of those things that have helped you as far as self-care to help you just keep that thing going? Because sometimes we're not feeling our best. We've got body image things, that we're working through. And Chantel, I know that you're big on working out and that you keep up with your fitness. Do you think that that is at all connected to how you're able to keep the fire going?
I would say so, because I'm not as tired. I will say that exercising does give me a burst of energy, and I can get through the day now just like any other person. At a certain time at night, you are tired. So I don't think that you have to wait until midnight. You could, when the kids get put in bed, then you go to bed. And those few hours before you actually fall asleep, that's perfect. That's perfect timing to just handle your business, do whatever you need to do. But I definitely, because it helps just not physically, but mentally, you know, it helps, you know, and then the spiritual aspect of it too.
Yeah.
Just you stand before God, like you said, you all said, go into your prayer closet. Like I feel like it's all of them
all
are factors.
connected.
They're all connected. But the physical part, the exercising, it does definitely give me, you know, and then, you know, when you, like you said, when you feel good about yourself, because there's phases as women when we don't, you know, we don't feel our best. Like, you know, I had 2 cesareans with, you know, with my kids, and so I have a phone, but for whatever reason, my husband, he likes that thing. And I'm just like,
Lord have mercy.
and for the life of me,
For the life.
I can't understand it, but you know, but he said something one day, and I was like, wow. He was like, you know, you're my wife. He was like, you're beautiful, however you know, your body looks, you're beautiful. And I'm like, wow, like that's weird, but okay. You know, I respect that. I respect that. You know, so just for me, just trying to take care of myself, you know, as we're aging, you know, just taking care of yourself. That does help too. The physical part, just make, you know, you want to show up in the bedroom your best, as best as you can. But I do understand that our husbands are going to accept us either way because we're their wives and
That's
they love
a beautiful
us either
thing.
way.
It is. It is.
Absolutely.
Self-care tips. What is something, a hack that you do when you're not necessarily feeling your best, but you want to show up? What is your hack?
I take a bath. I love an amazing bubble bath, Epsom salt. Just listen, and I get the smell good kind. Baby, it's the eucalyptus spearmint, honey. When I tell you, it is amazing. And literally, I light some candles, have my little soft music, and I just stretch out for about 20, 30 minutes. Baby, when I get out of there, get that shower, honey, be ready. Do you hear me? Okay?
Yes.
So that's the thing. And then a massage is really like, and let your husband do a massage, baby. It'll get you right where you need to be. Okay?
Hallelujah.
Okay? Let them hands wander a little bit. And honey, you're going to be just fine.
Yes. I like that.
And very good.
Yeah.
Yes. I love, you know, Stormy O'Mardian, I think it's a correct pronunciation of her name, in the book Power of a Praying Wife. She talks about the need for us to stay connected. And she always talks about how when our husbands, you know, proposition us, give us an invitation, and we're just exhausted and tired, and where she says, give me a few minutes, I'll be back, it'll be worth the wait.
Yeah.
You know? And sometimes we just need to take care of us for a second so that we can get in the right headspace, the right physical space, you know, mentally, everything, emotionally. Like there's just a lot that we're carrying. And so I love that she says, let me get a moment. I'll be right back. It'll be worth the wait. But sometimes it's putting on something sexy. You know, there's so many things. Music, you know, all the things. Find what works for you and make it work.
Yeah.
Brandy and you all have any self-care things that have helped?
I think cute undergarments. So you're just cute all day.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Just go ahead just go ahead and put on your cute undergarments.
I like that.
Even when body image is a thing. Like I think we can talk about that for hours, right? Because everything is in different time zones.
Yeah.
Just goes right. But you know, to the best of your ability, like dress to where you feel cute in your day, not
really
just
good.
for the moment of intimacy, but just even when you just don't feel cute. Dress cute. Have cute undergarments on. Have a cute pair of shoes. And walk around the house.
Hey.
Listen.
Make sure husband sees you that day. You know, just so being a little bit more flirtatious.
Yes.
And it comes back to you. Like it's sort of like an inverse arousal, I guess. You know what I mean? But you have, even when you don't feel like it, just do it. Just do it. Yeah.
I love that. I've been in this phase where I'm into fragrances now.
Yes.
So I'll literally just be going downstairs and I'm like
Exactly.
because because I was actually telling Jess in a previous conversation that I'm trying to find other ways to indulge myself and to treat myself.
Yeah.
And sometimes just spraying on a fragrance, putting on some lip gloss, you know, just putting on something cute. That's our self-care. That's us taking care of ourselves and showing up for ourselves. And those little things can make a difference.
Absolutely.
I remember several times when I was in that new mommy phase, I would pass by the mirror and be like, oh, wow. Because my hair was all like, I was just, but there were moments where I was like, you know what, let me take care of me. And I think it's easy to get lost because you're taking care of these little people.
Yes.
You're taking care of home. You're taking care. And then you realize, I'm not taking care of me. And so out of that self-care flows so many blessings.
Absolutely.
You know,
So many.
so many.
I can say I was just there on Thursday.
Yes,
Yes, before I got my hair done, I'm like, I need to do something. And I'm really big on skincare. Like I love doing my skincare. I want to have clear, nice skin. And like I said, and getting my hair done, I'm like, because you can put on an outfit and you know it looks right, but then your hair is not done.
Right.
And it's like, no. So I was like, okay, let me get my hair done. And it's like, okay, it all came together.
Yes.
But if I just do my skincare, take a nice shower and do my skincare, I feel so much better. You know, my skin is glowing and everything. And every time I come out the bathroom, my husband's like, you look beautiful. Thank you. I needed that. Because I'm in a stage where I'm kind of like in sweatpants and in a big t-shirt because I just had a baby and my body is not bodying right now. So once I get dressed and get my hair done and do my skincare, I feel good. And he lets me know that I look good.
That's
and I
right.
appreciate that.
I love that.
Yeah, ladies, we got to take care of ourselves. We got to keep taking care of ourselves, keep doing those little things that make us feel good.
That's right.
And those things may evolve, but whatever it is, it could just be a little spritz.
Yeah.
It could be wearing a favorite color.
Yeah.
Whatever that is,
Right.
putting on those cute undergarments. I mean, just start with the basics.
Little
you know.
leopard print.
Yeah, little animal print.
Little leopard print undergarments.
Do you all believe that spiritual intimacy, like praying together, doing your worship together, does that affect or help with keeping the physical intimacy going?
That's the cheat code right there, baby. I'm gonna tell you that every time. Just last week, I was talking to my husband and I was just like, man, I'm just feeling unmotivated for all the things, everything, the kids at home, cleaning, cooking, all the things. And then my husband said, you know what? I don't think we prayed together today. Wow. And he was like, let's stop right now and let's pray. Yeah. And we prayed together, and almost immediately I felt like this peace that came over me. Although I was still tired or all the things, but it was just like almost like this inner joy inside of me came over, like, it's going to be okay. Like, yeah, you're tired, but go ahead on and push through anyway. Like, it just gave me a little extra oomph, a little extra strength to get through the day. So definitely that praying together that's a cheat code right there for sure.
I love that.
I agree. So when Troy and I, we were trying to get pregnant with our first daughter, it's like when I say the enemy was attacking our bedroom, like it was crazy. He did not want that child to be born. Okay, we could not connect. We just could not connect with each other. And then one day we were just like, maybe we should pray, just pray before we, got into the active things. And man, it was an amazing moment. And I did get pregnant. But I just really felt the presence of God. So I'm like, so we need to make this a thing. We need to make it. So we have this thing now where we'll have devotion together in bed, like in the mornings, and that devotion turns into a different type of devotion,
Amen.
And
Amen.
we worshiping.
Glory. Hey.
I mean, he created it.
Yes, he did.
He's the architect of this beautiful thing. So why not invite him in?
Invite him in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it makes it beautiful.
I mean, having a praying husband is sexy.
Come on, man.
Come on. I was in the car. My husband teach on Wednesday night prayer meeting, and I was in the car with the baby, and I can see him in the window. And I said, that is so sexy that he's
Yes.
over there
Yes.
ministering
Yes.
to the children.
Yes.
You know, and it just,
Come on.
I
have
love
a
it.
different kind of thought. He be preaching on
Have your husband praying over you and just it's another type of intimacy. I remember when we was driving over here and I was just like, oh my goodness, babe, I don't feel cute and I'm all like my body's all weird. He was like, he just grabbed my hand and I said, babe, you know I don't like you touch me when I'm upset. And he just started praying. The baby stopped crying and I just felt like, okay, Brandy, I can do this. It's okay. This is just a season. It's not me, you know.
That's right.
So like I said, it's sexy to have a praying husband that can pray over you and your children, and you know, like I said, minister to other people. So yeah,
That's beautiful.
I love it.
I like what you said. It's a different kind of intimacy. Like it's deeper.
Yes.
And it hits different.
It does.
My husband has this illustration that always drives me crazy, but he believes, and I can co-sign that when you connect
Yes.
with the head,
Yes.
and you connect with the heart, the parts will follow.
Yes.
So then he does it real fast.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
I'm not going to do all of that.
Right.
However, I am a witness that when we're
Yeah.
connected at the head and
Yeah.
we've sought God first together, and then our hearts are connected because we're giving all of our issues to God,
Yes.
the parts will follow.
They will.
And so we dropping all kind of cheat codes
Yeah.
because just praying together
Yes.
can just bring intimacy out of
Absolutely.
nowhere, out of overwhelm,
Absolutely.
out of not feeling our best,
Yeah.
out of feeling a little resentful. But then after you finish that prayer, you're like, you still cute.
Right.
God is able to shift the atmosphere in our homes.
Absolutely.
And I think we've all had those seasons where we felt disconnected, like something's off, like
Yeah.
something, why
Yeah.
can't we get on the same plane? But there's something about coming together and saying, let's pray together.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes we try to lead with the physical and we
Yeah.
buy all the things and we
Yeah.
go on the trips and we do all of this and we still like, why are we still not connected?
Yeah. Yeah.
But when we seek God first and when we put him first,
That's right.
he is able to bring all these things together.
All of them.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's beautiful.
Hallelujah.
It is.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does intimacy get better with time?
Yes, it does. I think it does. It does.
Why do
It
you
really,
think
really
that
does.
is?
So I think that you have learned yourself. You've learned your husband. You've learned yourself. You've put in the work. So I'm 50 something. Doesn't matter. 50 something. And so, you know, going through counseling, experiencing loss, like all those hard things that your husband has gone through with you only draws you closer, right? And so I think you come into this place of confidence where everything can be in different time zones and it's still okay and it's still fun, you know. And you're able to communicate your needs. Like that's another thing. Like being able to communicate what kind of works and it doesn't work anymore. It did last week and it doesn't this week. You know, being able to communicate with confidence and not feeling like it's something dirty or something that you're kind of freaky and asking. So you end up being a little bit more confident, as he does too. So it's interesting that our sexual peaks are at different times, males and females. Like, I wonder why God did that. Right. Probably because we wouldn't be temperate if it was at the same time. Nothing would get done, right? And it's probably to teach us, temperance in everything, but also to grow us in this area of intimacy where you have to have these conversations. So as you get older, 50-something, it's fun. It's nice. It's a lot more meaningful at this age. I can't wait to 60s. I can't. I think it's gonna be nice. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty good.
High and high.
Okay. Wow.
You won't be disappointed.
Okay.
Come on, you just put, if we do the work, if we're doing the work and we understand why God created this thing, it just gets sweeter. It really does. But we have to do the work. I think it's also important, let me just say, I think it's also important that we take care of our social health. So we talked about spiritual, physical health, but even our social, like getting together with girlfriends and talking and sort of saying, hey, have you guys experienced this? Or, being able to get feedback from other women also propels you into a healthier sexual lifestyle. Yeah.
That's good.
I love that. I can attest too. I feel like it's just, it's getting better, better and better. Yeah. So I feel like, there are these times when we're in the season and you have to remind yourself it's just a season. Yeah. We're going to get through this. The kids are going to get older. They're going to become independent. We're going to have a little free time. We're going to be able to go on that trip. Because that was one of those things that used to frustrate me. Like, we can never get away. We don't have anybody to watch the kids. But over time, those things all fall into place. And we look back on those seasons like, Lord, we got through it some kind of way. Yeah. And it continues to just get better.
It absolutely does.
All right. If you could give advice to a new mom about intimacy after kids, what would you ladies tell them? There's a new mom that's struggling, and she's just like, you want me to do what? What would you tell her?
I would say this is just a season. Don't make this your prominent stance. You guys will get over this hump. And honestly, say yes until you trick your mind into wanting to do it. I had to do that. Yes. I had to say yes, keep saying yes, until I'm like, trick yourself into, making it joyful. Yeah, and it's only a season. You'll get past it. It's not a lifetime thing.
Yeah, that's good. What about you, Chantal?
That's what I was gonna say along those lines. Like, don't make a permanent decision for something that's temporary. Like, the child is small, your body's going through changes. That's just a season. It's gonna fade. Yeah. But when we create these walls and then that disconnect happen, it's so hard to get back. Like, it's easy to go there, but it's hard to get that connection back. And just real talk, we live in a society where, we're all, godly women, but not all women are. And, somebody may find your husband attractive. Let's just be real. And, and they may pursue, you know what I'm saying? So we want to keep, we want to keep them in the house. They don't have to look nowhere else. And so I have a policy where I don't say no. I don't tell my husband no. Some people may say that's, you're not treating yourself right. No, I am, because it's not a job for me. My goal is to make him happy. So and we have this understanding, it might be sleeping. I won't do you 2 sleeping nights in a week, but you might get a sleeping night, but I'm not gonna deprive you and tell you that, So I would say to a new mom, like, definitely let your body heal, because that's necessary. Absolutely. But there are so many other things that you can do to bring intimacy in. It's not just through sex and intercourse. There's so many other things that you can do. So don't build that wall, because it's hard to break it down. Just know that you're in a season and it'll pass.
Yeah, that's really good. I would say prioritize the connection. Yes. And I like what you said earlier about, okay, it's time for a trip. I need to change the scenery. I need something. So for me, that has been huge for me. I need to get out. I need to get away. And just that change of scenery is good. And sometimes when we travel, I will bring, some candles, all the whole setup, so that, that intimacy can still happen and we can still bring that alive when we're away. Yeah. So I think there's so many things that we can do to kind of keep that flame going. And you all have dropped some really good wisdom and cheat codes for the husband. I hope y'all are listening, okay? Because we heard a praying man is sexy. We heard helping out around the house is sexy. Yes, and I'm with you on that.
Put on an apron now. Don't put on an apron.
Wait a minute. Come on now. Don't cook a meal now. Wait, what? Come on. So, but if you all could give one, brief piece of advice to a husband who sees his wife is overwhelmed, who's wondering, trying to get that fire back. You're in the new mom phase or whatever phase, teens, wherever. But he's wanting to figure out, how can we get the fire back? What can I do to help? I tell her she's beautiful. I tell her, but what can I do? So you all have really dropped some really great ones. But is there anything else that we left out that a husband can do?
Man, I feel like we covered so much. I would say, just to the best of your ability, just believe that she desires you. She does desire you. She loves you and she desires you. and she's trying to figure things out on her own too. So maybe just a listening ear, a holding of the hand, keep assuring her, don't stop.
Yeah.
Cook a meal, of course, but just know that it's not about you. It's not
so
directed
good.
towards you.
Yeah.
And just be her best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That is. That is great.
Yeah, because sometimes we are not. The husband is loving her, and we're trying to figure out how to love ourselves. You know,
We're stuck.
and we're stuck. And I've been there so many times. And you constantly just have to reassure it's not you. I'm trying to figure out all these hormones, all that's going on, the mental overload, all the things. And so that's a really good word for the husbands out there.
I want to say, try not to miss the cues. You know, if I'm holding the baby and I'm like, I need you to get the baby, because he's not working. You know, or if I'm cleaning up and I'm yelling, telling the kids to do something. Interject. Get your kids. Those are your kids. Get them. So just like not missing the cues of me getting overwhelmed. Like you can actually stop it before it gets there if you just don't miss the cues. And I don't want to have to always directly tell you, okay, can you get the kids because I'm struggling right now. But if you see me and trying to make everything perfect, you can interject yourself and kind of take over some of the things.
No, that's good. That's good. The teamwork makes the dream work, And sometimes we don't want to have to spell it out. Sometimes we do. Our husbands, like you said, they are carrying a lot too. But those cues are there, We got all the things going on in our hands and mentally. And so reading those cues is critical. All right, we're gonna end it with a little lightning round. All right, so just tell me what your preference is. All right, so candles or music?
Candles.
Okay.
Give me a little melody. I need some music going.
Definitely candles.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm a candles girl.
Yeah. I am a candles girl.
Okay. Date night or Netflix?
Netflix.
I'll take the date night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me the date night.
I want both.
Hey. Come back and then watch the.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Why does it have to end?
Right.
Y'all don't have y'all in that phase.
That's a long day.
What about you, Jess?
I would say Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny. We've been in this season where I get all dressed up and then it's like, let's just stay home.
Right.
Because I'm tired.
Right.
So that's it. Let's see. Dress up or sweatpants?
Dress up.
Dress up. Me too. I like to dress up.
Sweatpants.
Okay.
All the way. Sweatpants. But they'll be cute.
Yeah.
Right.
Cute sweats.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely sweats.
I'm dressing up.
Yes. All right. Spontaneous or planned? And we talking about the intimacy.
Yeah. Spontaneous.
Spontaneous. Y'all like
Yeah,
spontaneous?
spontaneous.
I like spontaneous.
I'm planned. It might be a control issue. I think planned works in this season.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I'm with you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Planned. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do one more. What's more romantic? Flowers, chocolate, or a nap?
Give me that nap.
I knew you was gonna say a nap.
I want that nap too.
That's definitely the season where give me a nap.
Yes.
Yeah, I want that nap too, man. Give me the nap.
I want the chocolate.
Okay.
Give me a Twix, and if it's the king size Twix,
You really win it.
it's a home run. Yeah, I like the chocolate.
Yeah. I like the flowers.
Me too. I'm a flowers girl.
I'm a flowers girl.
Yes. My hubby brings me flowers. I'm like, okay. See what you're doing there. Morning or night?
Morning.
Okay, me too.
Morning.
Mornings have a thing. It's winning right now.
Morning. At his will, morning or night.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Whatever you like.
Yeah. What do you like? Yeah. It could be like
That's
that.
good wisdom. That's good wisdom. All right. What is one bedroom ambiance must have that has helped, just keep the mood going? For me, I've introduced some diffusers. I have a lot of candles. So that's one thing that I like. And also just keeping the room decluttered.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because that mental overload, when you walk in and see that,
Yeah.
you're just like, okay,
Yeah.
I got stuff to do. And it doesn't help you relax.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some things for you all? Just quick word.
Just two things. So like taking a shower in dim lights and then walking into a clean room
Yes.
that's prepped.
Yes.
And like you, any type of aroma.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's good.
Yes, I'm good with those.
Just.
A fan. I need it to be a cool room. Hallelujah. Bless the Lord.
I would say a clean room, a made up bed.
Yeah.
Don't have me in no messed up bed. And I like the candles. And if you know, if I like the candles, he know what's going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Definitely a clean room, and we listen and we don't judge. A body size mirror is a good must have.
Amen. Okay.
Let y'all feel it. I'll let y'all read between the lines on that.
Listen, y'all dropping. Okay. Come on, mirror. Listen, cheat codes out there. Get a mirror.
Get a mirror. Full size.
Keep the bed.
Full size.
Keep
Floor.
the bed made up.
Made up.
Get you some candles. A fan, Lord. A fan, Jesus. There's so many things that we can do to continue to keep the fire going. And I know that this was a great conversation. We didn't get to cover everything, but this is a great start for us to learn how to keep the fire going in our bedrooms as we are mothers. It's possible. That's what we want you to know. It's possible. With the help of God, you and your partner can do this. So we are praying for you. We're rooting for you. If this conversation encouraged you, share it with a sister, a friend that's in this season, that's deep in this season, and needs to hear that she can do it. We can't wait to see you on our next episode of Girls Night In. We'll see you next time.
We hope you had not only great information given, but we hope you had insightful conversations with your own girls that may be with you or over the phone or through text. Make sure that you comment below and let us know some of the things that helped you out. But we are so excited when we are having Girls Night In. We want to encourage you that if you want more shows like this at Breath of Life, help us. Subscribe to us, like this video, but we also want to make sure that you support us in other ways. Partner with us. Visit breathoflife.tv so that you can find different ways to help make BOL feel like it belongs to you. In the meantime, we want to encourage you to join us next week right here at the Weekend Exhale with BOL.